Good to see you. Thank you for being here with us this afternoon. It's live. We're live. We're live.
Okay.
We're live at PJ's Coffee in Bowie, Maryland. I'm here with the one and only Dr. Juliet Agocha, running for Prince George's County Council, District 4. Good afternoon, lovely. How are you?
I am blessed. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We're feeling good on this Sunday afternoon. We're here to talk to Dr. Juliet about her vision for District 4 and what she plans to do as we prepare for the primary here on June 23rd. Let's rock and roll. You ready?
Absolutely.
All right. So you talked a lot about your lived experience and how that's shaped your leadership. So for the people who are meeting you here for the first time today, what part of your story prepared you most to lead effectively here in District 4?
Let me back up a little bit and just introduce myself. I'm Dr. Juliet Agocha for the candidate for Prince George's County Council District 4. The part of my story that prepared me is both lived experience and also professional experience. But let me walk you down the line about my lived experience.
Yes, ma'am.
I have shared several times that back in 2009, I was homeless. And that experience have taught me a lot of things about life. It's always good when you experience something firsthand. You know how the situation was, so you know what that kind of advice you can give to others. So that situation taught me hard work, resilience, and of course to keep my faith going. But let me touch base on my professional experience. That experience also brought me to where I am today.
Yes, ma'am.
So from homelessness to where I am today, I think looking back, I think everything was actually divinely aligned. Absolutely.
We love how things just always move in the direction of where we're supposed to go. So let's talk about the community a little bit. So for those who don't know, District 4 includes multiple communities: Greenbelt, Glendale, Bowie, Lanham, and parts of Upper Marlboro as well. So as you've been meeting residents in the different parts of the district, what are you hearing from people across the different communities? What are some of the needs of the community at this time?
I think I've been hearing a lot about the cost of living here in Prince George's County.
Yes, ma'am.
I've been hearing a lot about how the grocery is just rising. And most importantly, I've been hearing how not just the cost of living, but the income is not increasing. So it's like we are having so much to pay in our taxes and we are having so many expenses, but how the means to pay those things back is not really increasing. So how can you be living like that? And when I look back to to 2009, when I was homeless, and look back to what is happening right now, a lot of things have changed on how the residents are living when it comes to the cost of living,
right?
But not a lot have changed when it comes to revenue. So why is it like that? So that's the things I've been hearing from our residents is the cost of living. And another thing I've been hearing is they are being overlooked. And I begin to wonder why, because it's the residents that vote the elected officials. So it's the resident, the resident that vote us in. So if we are not listening to you, who else are we listening to? So that's one of the, two major things I've been hearing. And of course, a lot of things, but I want to, emphasize on these major things. That's what I've been hearing from our residents, and we have to address that.
We do. So the cost of living, the amount of income across multiple communities, not just specific to District 4, but definitely specific to District 4. So given what's happening in the community now, people want to see someone who's accessible and present in their community. So what does that practice look like for you if you are to be elected?
I have done this with multiple government agencies. So I work with World Bank. World Bank was actually my first organization that I worked with. I have a very solid background in technology and AI and all that. And one of the major things I brought when I was working with World Bank was a streamlined policy. I'm very result driven. So it's one thing to have policy on paper, but it's another thing to actually transform the paper to an implemented working policy for everyday families. So that's one of the things I bring. I bring a tremendous policy driven experience. And then from World Bank, I transitioned to the Affordable Care Act. And I am one of the major infrastructure lead for the Affordable Care Act. And that was, back in 2010, Obama had just an idea. He just wanted to bring health care to families. But do you know that just a simple idea was part of the team? We transformed that idea to not just policy, to an infrastructure. So today, I am very proud to see my work, what I have done. Still, Americans still shopping on the the healthcare, the marketplace. I implemented that from policy to infrastructure. So I have built a lot of working tools that you can go back and look at my work. I'm very proud. From there, I transitioned to the United States Postal Service. I was the only female on that team.
Wow.
Because when I come in, when organizations hire me, when they bring me on board, they know what they're paying for. I am not here for any sugar coating. I go straight to what the problem is. I look into the system, the data, what is informing the decisions. Either I enhance it, I bring it down and I rebuild it. What is happening now in Prince George's County needs a leadership who is very serious. Like I've said that again, we need a serious leadership in Prince George's County, especially in District 4. We need to resort. We need a leader who can listen to people, and that's what I bring to the table, and even more than that.
So, Dr. Agocha, as she said before, she said you can trust and verify
Absolutely.
the results. Okay,
The results.
We can look it back and trust and verify that she's not just talking the talk; she's in fact walking the walk.
Absolutely.
And given all that's happening right now in Prince George's County, I think a lot of people are hopeful for a different future.
Yes.
Right. We've seen what's happened. We see what's currently happening, and a lot of people are not happy. So as we look towards the future, what does your vision, if you could sum it up in a few words, what does your vision look like for what our future looks like as a collective here in District 4?
District 4, with my leadership, transparency is very important.
Transparency.
Very, very important. I remember when I transitioned to the United States Postal Service, that was one of the major problems they have. It was accountability. Apart from transparency, accountability is very important. One of the major things I did was to implement something we call a tax tracker.
Okay.
Because your tax dollar, you need to see where it's going. And that's one of the major things that there's no transparency, there's no accountability.
Yes.
Because when we lack transparency, accountability becomes a he say, she say kind of thing. That is not what my leadership is bringing. So one of the things that I am bringing to District 4 is transparency. So when I implemented the tax tracker, the stakeholders was able to see where their tax dollar is going. And I have to do that because every dollar matters. So let's back up a little bit. What does a council person actually do? Make the decision. A county council make the decision about your tax dollars. So what I did was I create transparent leadership. You see where your tax dollar is going through, and that way you can trust my leadership, because leadership demands trust, and that's one of the things I'm going to bring to the county. I am not here to play. I'm not playing politics with people. That time has passed. You are looking at someone who have worked this work with government. I'm a cleared government agent, security clearance.
Yes.
I access a lot of governmental information. I have been in the system. I know what I'm doing. And even before getting my PhD in leadership, I know how to fix broken systems. Solutions, result-driven. Because what I'm saying right now is things looking good on paper, but ain't nobody being accountable for those things. I bring accountability to District 4.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
She's serious, ladies and gentlemen. So as we continue to grow and evolve, right, we have different families, different communities. People are moving into the area. We're developing as an economy here within Prince George's County.
Right.
How can District 4 grow in a way that strengthens our community, but we're still welcoming opportunity investment from the outside? We're still bringing people in. What does that growth look like to you?
So what growth looks like is economic development. It looks like investment. However, we have to consider the life of our resident.
Yes.
We have to consider risk. We have to consider pollution, air pollution. A lot of things has to go into consideration. Of course, I'm excited for the economic development and all the benefit that comes with that for the District 4 and the residents here in Prince George's County. But at the same time, your health comes first. I want to be able to examine what is going on to make sure that whatever that is bringing all these benefits that sounds good is also good for your health. So every decision I make at the council level, I prioritize you as the resident. I prioritize your children. I prioritize that this place is your home, a place you call home. So I'm not just interested about the revenues. I'm also interested about your health.
So I'm excited because this is personal to us. We live here. This is home for us.
Yeah.
Our children go to school here. Our businesses are here. We need people who are going to do what they say that they're going to do. So residents often say that they want leadership that listens before major decisions are made. How would you approach community engagement when multiple developments occur for different issues that are impacting us here at home? What does that approach look like with the community?
So there's a difference between speaking and also listening.
Okay.
You can be talking, but I'm not listening. I will give you an example. I watched one of the town halls that one of the council people put together. Wonderful. But there was something that caught my attention.
Okay.
A resident was speaking. I think they organized the town hall, so the resident was speaking. A resident was voicing her concern, which she is very, she's in the right position to do that.
Absolutely.
Trying to hold them accountable, but I noticed the council was actually on their phones. Now, what does that tell you? That tells you that they invited you to a place just to waste your another tax dollars. Enough of that. So what that means to me is when I host, one of the things I'm going to do is town halls.
Okay.
When I implement and host town halls, I am there to listen to you. I'm not there to waste your time because I don't want you wasting my time. So I am there to listen to you. Not just only to listen, I am there to take your concern serious. This is a very serious leadership. Like I said, I come with tremendous governance and government experience. And one thing we do is every tax dollar means a lot to us. I'm not here to gameplay you. You are looking at someone who have implemented infrastructures, built system from scratch. I have my master's in cybersecurity. You are looking at somebody who investigates digital crimes. So I hold you accountable. So one of the things I'm going to do is implement town halls and make sure that I listen to you. When I listen to you, I know what your problem is. Then I know how we can solve it together. So that is one of the things. This is a leadership that listens, leadership that acts. And when you are not satisfied, I want to see how, from your perspective as a resident, how we can make it better. That is what I bring to District 4. And I'm so excited about that.
I'm excited too.
Yeah.
It's a relationship that requires collaboration.
Absolutely. Partnership.
Not just dictation.
Not a detection, absolutely. And partnership, as I said, across multiple agencies. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So let's shift gears a little bit. So one of the hot topics here in the county and, in the state, it's just that time of the year as these decisions are being made, is the budget. Mm-hmm. So we know that there's multiple deficits happening. It impacts every aspect of our lives. It starts at the top and it filters down to the local level. That's why local politics are so important. So the county budget is one of the most important responsibilities of the county council. From your perspective, what values should guide how county resources are prioritized?
The value that should guide my decision when I'm on the council seat is, before I pass any bill, the question is, how does this impact the life of our resident? How does this improve life for District 4 resident? Does it improve life? That is major question. And I think a lot of people are not asking that before they make any budget decisions. And I just watched the recent budget on, the county exec just released. One thing that we have to make sure here in District 4 is we are not taking from here to fill this place. We are not taking from A
Right.
to fill B. By that time, having a vacuum with A. We are not depriving our children quality education for us to, fulfill the deficit that happened. You know what I'm talking about? So one of the things I bring is I want to have a very clear, informed report on our contract negotiation. We have to start renegotiating some of those contracts so that we can bring revenue, we can bring money in, so that we are not depriving our children quality education for us to fulfill budget deficit. At the same time, we are not raising your taxes. We are not raising your taxes so that we can clear the deficit. So budgeting is very important, and I'm going to make sure that you as a resident have transparent report how we are managing your money. These are all our money.
Right.
So I want to make sure that that is well processed with my leadership, and that we are not using, we are not depriving the teachers, minimum wages and certification just so that we can fill the deficit that's happening. So budgeting is very important, and that's one of the major places I'm going to look into the moment I transition into that leadership. It's very important.
Absolutely. And given all of your extensive experience in both the private and the public sectors, you hold all of that experience in what balancing budgets can look like.
Absolutely.
From multiple different facets.
Absolutely.
Now, when you think about balancing investments in school, infrastructure, public safety, and services for families, how should leaders approach these competing priorities? What does that balance look like?
It's very important that we partner with different agencies. When you talk about safety, we're talking about the law enforcement agencies. When we're talking about the school system, we are talking about the interiors, and we are talking about partnering with the schools, the law enforcement, the resident, the community, to make sure that safety is brought to our residents.
Right.
And also, one of the major things, being a mentor with one of the major universities, one of the things is to also implement programs for our young people, programs that keep them out of trouble. I mean, the thing is, we cannot be trying to prevent something that we can actually fix in the first place.
Okay.
So one of the things is partnership. This organization, this leadership, I am so open to partner with different agencies to look into the crime statistics, what is happening, and also to make sure that District 4 residents are very well taken care of and they are safe. So also implement programs for the youth, keep them out of the street, keep them out of trouble, see the programs that work and review what is there and what we can implement. And being a mentor with, especially my capacity in the university, one of the things is your future is very important to me. I came from a background where nothing was handed to me. I built everything I have now from scratch.
Yes, ma'am.
And it takes a lot. It takes a lot of resilience and endurance and determinations. So I want to bring that kind of nurture to the youth, implementing programs that keep them out of trouble, so that our public safety is a major problem here in Prince George's County. And that's one of the things I bring into this leadership, making sure that our youth are taken care of, and also looking into why is the crime even that high. Absolutely.
As you're talking about some of the priorities that the District 4 residents have, one of them is definitely development, right? We have enough storage places. Okay. We have enough fast food chicken restaurants. And as a District 4 resident, I'm tired of seeing that. You know what I mean? So as you're having these conversations, I could talk about this all day. If I see another storage unit, I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay. What are some of the things that you're hearing from district residents as far as development that they want to see here in the district and the county at large?
So major development here, I have heard a lot from the residents talking about how their electricity bills are just increasing and just skyrocketing. One of those things is because when those, major organizations bring this development to the county, are we even holding them responsible so they can also be responsible for the taxes also, so they cannot generate all this energy and then pass the responsibility to us as a resident? So I'm gonna hold, of course, I love the development coming in Prince George's County, but under my leadership, any other development that is coming in Prince George's County, and like you said, a lot of storages. I want to actually see how that is improving our lives.
Right.
Like building more storages, like you said, how is that improving the life of residents? That is the question that we need to ask, because there are people approving these bills for these things to be built. So I'm going to review how is that even improving the life of the resident in the first place. And secondly is, are we holding those big companies responsible so they can take a share of the taxes?
Right.
We are not going to offload these taxes in the life of the resident. Then your electricity bills is increasing and all they do is to cash out. That is not going to happen under my leadership. I am going to hold people accountable. Trust and believe me, there will be a lot of renegotiating of contract in District 4, because I want to see why the same people are being awarded contracts all the time when there are multiple people who are qualified for the same thing, the same certification. So I want to look into all of that. And I will also re-emphasize, you are seeing a lady or a woman with tremendous governmental experience. I'm not here to play games. Enough of politics over people.
That's right.
We are here to put District 4 first. I am here to prioritize you. I am here to hold, and I want you to hold me accountable as well, because I enjoy that. And I'm going to provide a lot of transparent report. You see where the bills I am passing, the legislations, everything that has to do with your tax money, you will have a very clear, transparent report where it's going to.
Thank you. I want to shift gears a little bit more here. So as folks are getting to know you, right, I want to understand a little bit about your personal investment in Prince George's County. Why is this personal to you?
Prince George's County District 4 is very personal to me because I have lived here for almost 20 years, solid years. My children goes to Prince George's County schools.
Ma'am.
My husband and I, we invest here in Prince George's County. I own a technology company here in Prince George's County. I pour back into this county so much that I want this county to flourish. So it's very personal to me because I'm a mother, because I'm a businesswoman, and because I am a resident of District 4. So this is very personal. This is not someone who doesn't have children but want to detect where your children and want to make decisions for your children in the school policies. This is not someone who does not have a business but want to tell you how to spend your tax money. This is someone who is living the life of everyday Prince Georgia. So this place is personal to me because I'm not living anytime soon. I am not retiring anytime soon. I am too young. My husband and I, we love this place. So that's why every decision here is very important to me.
Ma'am.
And that's why I am prioritizing families here, because there are a lot of families here that have the same background as myself, that have children, that have businesses, that even work here. So yes, it's very personal. And that's why I am running to bring this change, live and practical, for District 4 residents.
Yes, ma'am. Well, you've heard it here from Dr. Juliet Agocha herself, what her priorities are for us here in District 4. As you may or may not know, the primary is coming up June the 23rd. That's for all Prince George's here in all Prince George's across all the different districts. We're imploring you to get out to vote, but also if you're not registered to vote, all of that information is available on Dr. Juliet Agocha's website. I'm going to give her the opportunity to share all of her information about where you can find her online, and then a couple of events that we have coming up that are related to the campaign as well.
You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram, on LinkedIn, Dr. Juliet Agocha. So my first name and my last name. My website is julietagocha.com. You can read more about me, and you can research me, see my work. I love for you to verify, because it's very good that you know me beyond these 30 minutes of sit down. So I would love for you to read more about my story and about my accomplishment and everything I have accomplished here beyond even Prince George's County. So absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. Now, if you go to Dr. Juliet's website, you also can sign up to be a volunteer. We are knocking on doors. We are hosting events. We are fundraising. You can donate to the campaign. Campaigns like these are grassroots oriented. We are not connected to any type of super PAC or anything like that. This is straight from the streets. Okay, this is about the people. And where we put people over politics, it requires dollars.
Yes.
So if you believe in Dr. Juliet and what she's going to bring to District 4, you can head to her website, sign up to volunteer, sign up to donate. I'm going to let you close out with any final words that you have for the people this afternoon.
Thank you so much. I want to say a very big thank you to each and every one of you. Our campaign is strictly grassroots, which means every dollar is from people like you. So I want to say a very big thank you for your support, for your donations. And I also want to tell you, I hear you clearly. I see what is happening. I filed for District 4 even before this position became available or vacant, because I already see the transition happening. I am a foresight leader. I am data driven. I am policy driven. I am community driven. So I thank you so much for believing in this movement. I thank you for all the money you have invested. And I thank you all for every resources that you as a resident have poured into this campaign. I can't wait for June 23rd.
Yes, ma'am.
And I will be so honored to serve as your next councilwoman for District 4. And I promise you, you will be in good hands. I did that with Obamacare. I did that with the USPS. I did that with the World Bank. I will do even greater things for District 4.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Let's give it up for Dr. Juliet. Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure. All right. We'll see you June 23rd.